Welcome to Coffee, Eggs and Inspiration. As some of you may know, one of my hobbies is flying. I've got a private pilot's license. In this video, I'm going to take you flying. Let's go. Day 3, woken up to a beautiful day here in Newhall Mains. And we're just planning our route. Walking out to the runway to film a plane that's about to take off. Probably going to go down the Great Glen towards Oban to the west coast, and then down the west coast via Wales to home. There's some bad weather setting in tomorrow, so we're going to head home today, but it promises to be a beautiful flying day, as you can probably see. Well, it was sad to leave Newhall Mains. Wonderful stay, thanks very much, Ewan. Amazing place to go. 630 metre runway, and we had to do a few performance calculations to make sure that we could get off, and it turned out it was fine even with three on. So we headed out here to the Great Glen. First loch you come to is Loch Ness. No sightings of Nessie this time, but we kept a good lookout. Meredith at the controls there, flying all the way down. On a good day like this, it's an amazing flight. You stick to the right hand side. That's the aviation protocol when you're flying over a feature like this, in case there's an aircraft coming the other way. And as you get deeper in, you have mountains either side which become as high and sometimes higher than the flight level based on the conditions, of course. And as you move further down, you come across Loch Loki, and eventually hit the really high highlands, not these ones on the right hand side, though they're amazing to look at, but on the left hand side, where you see just in the distance peeking up is Ben Nevis. There it is there, 4,500 feet or just under that, so we had to get a bit of altitude to fly around it as an orbit, and there we are, Meredith circumnavigating Ben Nevis at the controls. Enjoy the view.
Is this all that you dreamed it'd be? Ending up here, ending up with me. Well, you could have gone anywhere, been anyone. Well, you stole my heart like a thief on the run. You're not much for taking chances, but you're taking a chance on me. And now we're building bridges as far as the eye can see. And I never thought I'd find anything close to all that I knew you would be. Ain't it beautiful? And darling, beautiful. With you here next to me. I dream in color, you're black and white.
Well, we didn't think it could get any more spectacular than the circumnavigation of Ben Nevis, but then we popped out the end of the Great Glen to this place. This is coming into Oban Airfield, which is one of the many brilliant airfields in Scotland, just opposite the Isle of Mull on the west coast. And here's Meredith in her landing routine coming in on final on the 01.
We've just landed at Oban Airport on an absolutely amazing day. You can see it's just on the water's edge here. Landed on the 01. Meredith was flying. Meredith, good flight?
Great. Yes, oh, come on, shorty, let's go. When I see you over there in the corner of the dance floor, and I know you're acting shy, looking at the corner of your eyes. So I pick my heart up off the floor, move my feet closer.
I had the takeoff out of Oban here, and taking off on the 01, there's a caravan park and a little bit of a mountainous area there at the end of the runway, so you have to deviate left and fly over the sea here, which we need to do anyway. Actually, we were heading west and then south, so wonderful flight out here over a very, very calm sea.
You're looking for shorty. Oh, girl, I see you over there hesitating, deliberating, you keep me waiting on a sign, looking at the corner of your eyes. So I pick my feet up off the floor, move my hips closer to yours, catch my breath and I say, I'm the one you're looking for. So come on, dance a little dance, take my hand, darling, take a chance. You be my queen, I'll be your king, show you everything that you've been missing, shorty. So come on, dance a little dance, got me in a trance in just one glance. So don't wait no more, I'm more, I'm the one you're looking for, shorty. I'll be the one you're looking for, shorty. So come on the dance floor and baby show me all your moves, all your grooves. Shorty, I got something to prove to you. So come on, take a little chance. Got me in a trance in just one glance. So don't wait no more, I'm more, I'm the one you're looking for, shorty.
Just landed at Kirkbride. I think we're still in, are we in England or Scotland?
We're back in England.
We're back in England. Okay, so we've just crossed the border. Nice little airfield, quite a long tarmac, and lovely little tower there. John is the famous man. I think that's him. He runs the airfield at the moment. It's quite busy today. There's quite a lot of aircraft that have come in from the north mostly. Actually, there's one that was at Newhall Mains, staying at the same place as we were. Still a beautiful day, a little bit hazy. The wind is quite low. It feels like about 24 degrees where we are now, in spite of being quite north, and not much wind, so you tend to get a bit of haze when that happens. But perfectly visible and a great day for flying still.
Wonderful day for flying. It's pretty hot, lots of action, helicopters in the field, and Kirkbride is a very popular airfield also for gyrocopters. Strange little vehicles. You see one coming in here with an auto-rotating rotor on the top and a propeller at the back. Two people in this one. So we took off from Kirkbride, and first place you reach really is the Lake District. Look at that. Unbelievable countryside to fly over. A little bit further down the coast, we came across Liverpool. Wonderful place to fly over. We got a traffic service, which means we were under radar control from Liverpool International Airport, and we're permitted at their grace to fly over the city and down the Mersey. A wonderful way to see the city from above. What an amazing 3 days with this guy, James Lee from Buddy's Aviation. Here we are reaching back home. This is coming over Berkshire, leafy Berkshire. You see some really big country houses there, approaching Waltham Airfield, which is just west of London. For the aviators watching, we did a standard overhead join on runway 11.
So just arrived back at Waltham after 3 days of magic up in Scotland and England with this guy. This is James Lee from Buddy's Aviation. If you ever want to go touring, he's your man. I'll link it below. Highlight?
I think the highlights, Great Glen,
Great Glen.
Wick,
John
O'Groats. The downside,
lots of highlights actually.
lots of highlights about Nevis.
Yeah.
And the downside being chased out a day early.
Well,
There's deterioration tomorrow everywhere.
we're beating the weather, which is why we're back on Wednesday. We left on a Monday. It was supposed to be 5 days. It was supposed to be Croatia. COVID restrictions put paid to that. But I'm so glad it happened actually, because Scotland was magical. The flying weather up there was superb. John O'Groats, hardly a cloud in the sky. Perfect weather to do some orbits around Ben Nevis, the Great Glen, perfectly clear. It was just magical up there. So thanks again, James.
No problems, anytime.